So welcome back, everyone. So my next guest I am so excited about bringing him back on with me. Jim Hostler, who is a reverse mortgage specialist, has been on my radio show for many times. Also, my television show. We've done the YouTube together, and you were here not too long ago, and then you kind of got busy with things, and then you got somebody calls you up to talk to me. He said, called me up. Carol, I got to come back. So welcome back to my show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you do, and your book. Go ahead.
Okay, Jim Hostler, reverse mortgage specialist. So I've been in the mortgage business 30 years, and about 5 years ago, I stumbled into the reverse mortgage product, if you will, and just love it because it is unlike any other mortgage product in the United States. And a lot of people still have the stigma. It's like, oh my God, I don't own the house. It's a bad thing. It's no good. On and on and on. And that's totally not right. It was in the beginning. It's been around since the 90s, and Reagan signed it into law. But at the beginning, it wasn't a good loan. I stayed away from it. And now, since beginning in 2013, there have been a lot of revisions. All of those revisions protect the senior homeowner. They're protected class. So the revisions made between 2013 and primarily 2017 have been for the benefit of the senior homeowner, and now it's a fantastic product. Is it for everybody? No, but nothing is. So when you take time to get educated, find out what needs are, find out what goals are, and then see if and how a reverse mortgage can work for you, it's a fantastic thing.
Well, what you did was you wrote this book. It's called Reverse Mortgage 360, and it's a new perspective. This is your second edition.
Yes.
And so you're excited about that too. Yeah. And what I also want to say is that what you've done is made a very complicated, conversation very easy. And that's what I like about the book too. You'll find there's things you can look up there and just to see what your question is about, right?
Yes, you don't have to read it cover to cover.
No.
If there's a couple issues you want to have an issue with, take a look in the index and go there and just read that chapter, and they're 3, 5, 7 pages long.
Now we're going to open up the lines and we're going to give people the copy of the book. We want everyone to have that because this book is something that could change your life, right? It is a new product than it ever was, and it's not just for people that are just seniors, okay? You might be a divorcee. You might be married to somebody who's 62, right? There's a lot of different financial reasons. There's so many reasons now to take a look at this product, right? So many. So, and he does free consultations with everyone. You can call in here, get the book, start off with that. The number is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Is your website still the same as before? The Reverse Mortgage 360?
MyRetirementLoan.com.
Okay, so it's
MyRetirementLoan.com. And on that video, since the last time we spoke, Carol, there's about 20 videos up there. Short videos that, if again, based on the subject, go there and take a look.
Right. And here's the thing, too. That's what you've done. I think that ever since we kind of met with one another, you have really flourished because you first started with the book, which, of course, made you on fire, right? And then, of course, now you've got video, and there's so much for people to take a look at, so much for so many reasons. I want to talk about probably the first reason thing where, what you say, the number one question that people ask you is what?
They are afraid they're going to not own their home any longer. And that's not true. So it's really that simple. The video, my website's got the videos, and there's 10 myths on there that are short videos. That's a great place to start. And the other aspect about the reverse mortgage is because the misunderstandings is don't say yes or no to a reverse mortgage. Get educated. It's that simple. Please just get educated and then make an informed decision. Instead of saying, no, that doesn't fit, no, that doesn't work. If you haven't studied them in the last 2 to 3 years, respectfully, you don't know them.
Right.
Because there's been that many changes, and the flexibility in how they can get structured varies a lot depending upon the person's circumstances. And then again, what are the needs, what are their goals?
Now, your book, it's Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective. It's the second edition, and you can call in here and get it. We're going to leave the lines open for the rest of the show for everyone to get. This is really true education. If you don't know anything about them, and you probably don't, because they've changed so much, Jim is an expert in it.
I'm so grateful to be able to share this story. I have clients now that one is a doctor and he teaches, God, I don't know if it's English. It's not doctor like medical doctor, but he's a doctoral degree in something in college and teaches, and reading my book and gave me compliments on it because of the way that he's now better to able to understand his reverse mortgage.
Right. Isn't
it's
that
like,
cool?
Yes. What a compliment.
It
Very
really is.
grateful.
And that for everybody else out there, you have made it simple for everybody to not only be able to read it, to understand it at the same time. So our lines are open here, 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Whether it's you or someone that you know, give it to them, let them see what this really is. This new product is completely different than it ever was.
It's sort of, I heard a little bit about what Stephanie was saying earlier, is that it's not just mom and dad. Now we're dealing with 4 generations. It could be the grandchildren are concerned about grandpa and grandma. Get educated.
Right.
It could be that somebody is, I just had a client recently, took the application, this was over the holidays, and between Christmas and New Year's he passed away. And it was like a sad story, and a happy ending, or the silver lining in that cloud was that she got twice the money she was looking to get when they first started out. So maybe he was pulling the strings from above, but it was, in that regard, a happy ending.
His website is myretirementloan. Okay, I just wrote it down. So myretirementloan.com, and up there's a lot of different videos of myths about this for you to look there and get educated there too. The book, everybody should have it, whether it's for you or someone that you know. If you're right now driving around and listening to this, and you maybe have parents, everybody. I told you before, my dad had one, and
Yes.
that was in like 2010 that he got that, okay? And it was quite different then.
Very different.
And
then.
yet, it worked out very well for
Right.
us.
Yes.
That was the neat thing. And I want people to understand that that's what they think, that, oh, my kids are going to get left with all of this and it's going to be a nightmare. It's not.
And the other aspect about that is, like we're talking about family, we're talking about children, but let's just open that up a little bit. If there's somebody that they'd like to collaborate with, a financial advisor, an accountant, a trusted friend, as long as that friend's open to being educated as well, the children, the grandchildren, somebody, again, that they trust, it's like, let's sit down and talk about it and collaborate and see how they can best benefit them.
Now, you also do free consultations with
Absolutely.
everyone. So your phone number is 928-225-7418. Go on the website. You'll be able to see all the videos there. All the myths that you've been thinking of, they're probably going to be answered right there, and you're going to be wrong about every one of them because it's totally different than it ever has been. It's myretirementloan.com. Call in here. Get this book. It's for you or someone that you know. Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective. It's his 2nd edition. And you know what? It is cool for everybody because you made it so easy for people to understand.
Thank you. Let's take it apart and get educated, correct. And on the website, there's one video that explains the why I do this. I lost my parents in 2019, so I was grateful that I didn't have some of the issues I see a lot of seniors having today. But please take a look at that video. It's very educational in and of itself.
Check it out. It's at myretirementloan.com, or call in here. Get the book. Everybody should have it. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Why do I say everyone should have it? Because, there are younger people too that can use it, because now, today, the reason why I say that is a lot of people are married, a 62-year-old, because you have to be 62, right?
One person has to be 62.
One
Yes.
person has to be 62. And I know a lot of people that are married to younger people.
Yes.
And they're happy, because let me tell you, when they do that young, they got a long time to live the way that this works,
Yes,
right?
they do.
Let's talk about that.
And there can be a lot of different circumstances. You could purchase a home using a reverse mortgage. If you've had a reverse mortgage for some time, please give me a call just to review it. It may be to their advantage today to refinance that. And if I were sitting here, this is one of the few times I've said that, because it's only been within the last year or so that it's become advantageous to do that. You've got couples, I've got a couple that, in a 2-story home in their late 80s. They're not navigating that 2nd story very well right now. So they're looking to downsize, not so much in the size of their home, but getting a larger ranch home so they don't have to navigate. What about divorces? The largest demographic of people getting a divorce, the gray and silver market, 50 plus. It may be used to settle a divorce. they could downsize, and instead of taking all of their money and putting it into a home, keep a lot of that money. Cash is king in retirement. So
Absolutely.
Another opportunity.
Here's what also I want to talk about too is that people need to understand that you don't know what you don't know. As I've said it so many times, right?
Yes.
Having a free consultation with you and getting that, again, peace of mind. You don't know that maybe this could be the best thing you ever did, and until some people just turn things off. Reverse mortgage, that's no good. Don't do that, right?
Please don't do that.
Please don't do it, because
Yes.
you know how different they are. They have changed completely. Call in here. We're going to be coming back in just a minute and get this book. It's 602-277-5369. Okay, you okay with this?
You work out in Sedona?
No, used to. Now we,
Okay.
a year ago, bought Moon Valley. You know where that's at? Yeah.
I don't know what the I know vaguely where it is.
Thunderbird and Central.
Okay.
So it's like California, Arizona, Illinois, and Colorado.
Like that's who lives there?
No, that's where I serve.
Oh. It's like, well, that's interesting.
It's funny you say that because I met a couple this last week, and they have 3 daughters: Mesa, Arizona, and Sedona. Are their names.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? Don't they're pretty?
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me why you think that, why you said you got into it because of your parents, right?
I got into it because it was a way to bring my heart into the mortgage business, which was something that you generally don't do in the mortgage
Right.
business,
Right,
you know.
right. But you had done other mortgages forever,
25
for
years.
25 years. What made you look at them again?
I can help people, and they're unique. There's nothing else like them, and they're their own profession. And if you don't know them and study them, please run away from the person that wants to do a reverse mortgage for you. They could, in fact, be hurting you financially.
And so people, you do second opinions with them because you think that sometimes it's worth it to refi what they have. What happens when people do that? How does that look like? What does that look like?
They generally get to, well, if you're thinking about you have an interest rate on a loan, you're not making a payment, no free lunch, interest is accruing. If you can cut the interest rate, you're slowing up the rate of accrual of interest on that loan, so everything
Especially
being equal, and everything being equal, there's more equity for the loved one's estate or sell a home in the future. So, it's good stuff.
People use that for a hedge for like long-term care too, don't they?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Like the Heckams or something, like don't use that money, like if you need it for long-term care, it could be sitting there for that.
You could weave that together into estate planning aspect beautifully, increase cash flow, you know?
We have to get together. Do you just work out of your home or do you have an office?
I'm sorry, that means what?
Do you work out of your home or do you have
Yeah,
an office?
I have a home office. It worked out when we bought the home. It was like the back bedroom had an ingress egress. It's like Arizona says I can have that as an office. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, but you know, in person, I'm back to doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
I do too.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have thought quite often about renting space either here or even closer, but here, sometimes being here is kind of being able to work afterwards instead of having to drive home into it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I find myself much better at home.
A lot of people are proving to be more productive at home.
It's a catch-22. There's things that happen when you're at home. Your dog is barking, or things like that. The mail.
Or suddenly you like want to put laundry away.
Oh yeah.
Like that never happens.
Yes.
But I really don't
Welcome
do this.
back, everyone. We are talking with Jim Hostler, and he is a reverse mortgage specialist. Anyone, I implore you, if you've ever even thought about this, please give him a call, have him do a free consultation with you, because he can really educate you on how different they are today than they ever were, and how wonderful they may be for you. You've written this book. It's called Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective. It's your second edition of it, and you've made it in layman's terms for seniors, and you don't even need to be a senior to use this.
Anybody.
It's really almost for anyone. So our number here, we're going to this book to everyone. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You could check his website out. It's myretirementloan.com. You'll be able to see all the videos there that are right there. I want to say, you mentioned something at the, I was talking to you at the, we are live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. You mentioned that each one of these are unique.
Yes.
Each person has a story.
Very.
Everybody that is going to talk to you, you have to find out, what's your story? Let's sit down, let's talk, let's find out where you are.
And what you want to do, inside of that story. What do you want to do? What are your needs? I mean, it's been anyone from the one I shared before to I had a colleague in California, and the couple took it out, bought a $200,000 motor coach, checked it off the bucket list, and let's go.
That's awesome.
So it's tax-free income. You're loaning money against your home, and inside of that, then what is it you want to do? You don't have to make a principal and interest payment, so at the very basic level, it's increased cash flow for retirement. Could you leverage that and talk with a financial advisor and do something better with your money? Possibility. That's where it's great to collaborate with a financial advisor and to be able to say, what's best for you? What do you want?
Well, that's exactly what happened with my dad, because when my mom passed away, the Social Security passed away along with that, and what he thought that he had some money, but it was better for him to have that for peace of mind. It was really more about peace of mind for him, because again, too, you don't know whether you're going to get sick or, God forbid, something can happen. This was there in place. He used it appropriately, right? And honestly, it was fantastic.
Well, that's the thing. You're supposed to plan to be 120 and live like you're going to die tonight. There you go.
Don't we, everybody...
It is peace of mind and quality of life.
Right.
That's why you talk to financial advisors. That's why you talk to me with a reverse mortgage. And by the way, a little, like I said earlier, to expound on this, there's over 500,000 loan officers licensed in the U.S. A very small fraction of them specialize in reverse mortgages. Please talk to someone that specializes in reverse mortgages. They are their own profession. They're not officially, but my bias is they're their own profession. They have their own language. They have their own way of being underwritten. They have their own way of getting set up and structured. They are totally unique. There's no other financial product or mortgage product like them in the United States. So you want somebody that's well-versed and specializing in them.
Now, your phone number, you do free consultation, is 928-225-7418. He wrote the book. It's Reverse Mortgage 360. It's a new perspective, and it's a second edition, and we're giving it to everyone out there. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I have to ask you this, because I'm curious with COVID. Because a lot of people now are living quite differently too,
Yes.
thinking differently. Have you seen a difference with, has COVID affected the people doing it more, anything like that? The same?
My business has exploded.
So I wanted to ask that.
And it's what are you comfortable with as a homeowner? I'll do it via FedEx. I'll do it via masking up, coming to your home. We can do a Zoom call. We can do a telephone call. And by the way, I serve Colorado, Illinois, California, and Arizona. So whatever works,
It's all about getting that information to them. And that's what I love about this show. I end up saying it for every show, and I can't help myself, because this is great information for people out there.
You do a great job with the diversity of people you bring on, and it's like, oh my God, you can learn so much.
So it's just so many different things. And, the one thing that we know about people is that they write something down and they put it on their refrigerator. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, yeah,
When
yeah,
would now
yeah.
be a good time to do it?
Now. Right now. Is it? And this is the thing about people. We do know that you're procrastinators. I get that. But you know what? It's always an important thing. We've had it where people will listen and then hear again, and then finally they make the decision. I just got a call. It happens all the time.
I have a great couple I'm working with right now that probably heard me 2 years ago in your show.
Isn't that funny how people are
So
like
you
that?
never know.
But right, you don't know. Go ahead.
The other aspect about this is that it's better to plan now and not need it than to not have planned and need it. And a lot of us don't have the pleasure, or I guess pleasure, I'm looking for another word, of, as we age, just going to sleep and not waking up. When we age, people fall apart slowly. But when they do that, and I watch this with both of my parents, when something happens, they get sick, there's an accident, then they never come back to where they were. Mm-hmm. It's a stairway down. Mm-hmm. And that's not the time you want to be. That's stressful, and it's sad, and it hits every emotional button you've got. In addition to that, you don't want to add the financial stress of not being prepared on top of that. So it's much better. Please plan today. Thank God you do it today and never need it, than to be in that situation and you need it and you wish you would have.
Absolutely. Now, this is a reverse mortgage. The name of the book is Reverse Mortgage 360, a new perspective, and it's his second edition. We've got our lines open here for everyone to keep on calling and get it. I believe everyone should take a look at this. It doesn't matter whether it's you or someone that you know. Just take a look at what it's all about. It's the information. Do what you want with it, but you know what? Having it could just change your life. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. His website, it's myretirementloan.com, and also there's a bunch of videos up there that you can check it out, and you can see all the different things that people ask about that he talks about. One of the things that I wanted to ask you, which I have it here, is can you buy a home using a reverse mortgage?
Absolutely. You can buy a home using a reverse mortgage. That's only been available since 2009. But it can be a single-family home. It's got to be an FHA-approved condo. It can be a manufactured home, townhouse. So yes, and the beautiful aspect about that, one of two sides, you can either buy more home than what you have in cash, or if you have a lot of cash, then you can buy the home and save your cash. So if you're looking to buy a home, let's talk about it.
Well, I'll tell you something also, too. There's a lot of different reasons to do this. I think that people think that there's I don't know why. I really don't know why, because they're so different. And of course, I went through it, and it was a great outcome for me.
They've changed a lot. And it's like that word is starting to get out there, that they're better products than they were. And you're seeing a lot more acceptance. Financial and planning industry is writing favorable things about it now. So it is changing.
But also we want you to make sure that people understand you've got to go to somebody who is very specialized in this area. These are not easy to do.
Correct. And not only that, it's like once I talk to somebody and they say, let's get educated, and they say yes, I have to say no. You need to have a HUD-approved counselor go through counseling after we talk to make sure that you understand the product and your budget's okay. Then you can do an application. So it's a good thing.
It's a process to go through it.
It's a process to go through, and people are educated on several levels, which is a very good thing.
Have a conversation with him. It's free to do. And you know what? It could change your whole entire life. You might just be so excited about it. You really should call 928-225-7418. You could check him out again. That website is myretirementloan.com. Call in here, get the book, whether it's for you or someone that you know, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. What are your final words for today?
Please call, please take action today, not tomorrow, and just get educated and make an informed decision.
I think people also want to hear how safe it is, really, because I think that's probably the number one thing is they think, oh my God, I'm going to lose my home, and the kids are not going to get anything, and it's going to get all messed up.
You're still going to own your home, you still have flexibility, you still could sell your home at any time, and it's a federally insured loan program. It's super safe.
He made this a very easy conversation to have. He made it in layman's terms by writing this book. It's Reverse Mortgage 360, a new perspective. It's his second edition. We've got our lines open here, and everyone's going to get it. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. If you already have one, he wants you to take a look at it because he wants to say to you, maybe you want to do a refinance on it. It might be worth looking at it. So he does second opinions as well. You could go up on his website or call in here for the book. We want everyone to have it. 602-277-5369. It's myretirementloan.com.